I think a bigger problem with most people is that they overeat in the off season. They just eat too much shit and get too fat and
Yeah.
get insulin resistant, don't grow as much as they could for that reason. Their lungs become the limiting factor of their sets as opposed to the muscle being the limiting factor. And then, of course, when you got like 50 pounds of fat to get off before you're stage ready, then prep is longer, more strenuous. And then just to get in previous year's condition, you're probably dieting off some of the muscle that you may or may not have even built. So, but yeah, it's just, you got to work with the individual, not just the concept. There are people
absolutely.
probably like yourself that just need to smash it as much food as you can get down.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, everybody's bodies are different. Some people need more, some people need less. Like I got a lot of my competitors right now that are in the off season. And I got one girl who's just like an alien. I just junked her food up to like 500 grams of carbs a day. She still got like ab separation, quad separation, like you can see the adductors in her back pose. I'm like, dude, like, okay. And then she also gets an off-plan meal a week. Like, I'm like, yeah, you go for a burger, 2 orders of fries. And she's like, okay. And her weight has just been like, okay, cool, like chill.
Yeah.
And then I have other women that like, if I push it past like 300 grams of carbs, like everything starts slowing down and performance starts going to shit. So
Yep.
I'm like, okay, everybody's bodies are individual and you got to trial and error at. You don't just, everybody goes into a massive surplus. That doesn't work for some people. Some people do, some people don't. It's just
Exactly.
like, oh, okay, but we still can't fear the food. I think that's also the biggest thing is that like everyone wants to still look stage lean. I'm like, no, this isn't sustainable. We can't have that. Like you don't need to put on 30 pounds of fat, but you do need to be able to put on some fat, healthy fat. You need it for lubrication. You need it for safety. You need it for hormones, your brain. Like, don't fear the food, but also don't be a glutton with it.
It's the exact balance in between those two concepts. That's a productive off season. And you're right. I think a lot of people, especially if they don't have the right guidance, are doing well. I think the most common is just the binging and putting on a lot of body fat. But you do, especially with a lot of female competitors, they're just afraid. And some of it's just societal pressure, which sucks. And I understand where they just don't want to, they work really hard to achieve that stage leanness. And then they're like, well, I don't want to lose that. It's like, yeah, but you got to grow. And if you're not losing some of that, you're not going to grow.
Yeah, exactly. And like with myself, with my, like the way that I coach my athletes and even my lifestyle clients, I'm very, very hard focused on the mindset and mental health. So it's like when the scale does go up and they do freak out, I'm like, that's normal. I'm like, no, okay, this is why X, Y, Z. Look at how training has been going. Look how your strength has been going. Sleep. Look at all these factors. This is good. This is positive. I'm expecting the scale to go up. It's okay. So it's like giving them that permission to release all the negative shit, the societal restraints and like all the crap that they hear, especially with the older ladies. Like, I mean, when you have like the millennial generation and a little bit older, we were all told like what the 90s was all about being as super skinny as you possibly could. And like, not having an ass and being like just emaciated, Jenny crack diets and cabbage soup shit. So it's like they have to like really break these limiting self-beliefs and all this bullshit that they've been like brainwashed to believe. Well, that's not going to happen overnight, but you got to go physically through those changes and understand why and collect the data and understand the science behind it. That alleviates a lot of that emotional, psychological shit that they have to deal with.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah.